Hello and welcome to the local Lafourche. My name is Cody Gray, President and CEO of Louisiana's Cajun Bayou Tourism, the Tourist Commission for Lafourche Parish. And we're excited to have you join us here on a new season of the local Lafourche, where each month we take you up and down our beautiful bayou to show you all the things that you can see, do, and experience right here in Lafourche Parish. Well, Papa Noel is making his list and checking it twice, which means the holiday season is officially here. And this month's show features ways that you and your family can get out and have your own holly jolly Cajun Christmas right here on the bayou. To start things off, load up the family and take a drive through Pelche Park in Thibodaux for the annual Christmas in the Park. For the month of December, Pelche Park will be decked out in festive Christmas lights, lots of decorations, and even Christmas trees that are put together by local school groups, organizations, and churches. Here to tell you more about Christmas in the Park, we are excited to have with us here today Mayor of Thibodaux, Kevin Claymont.
Thanks for having me, Cody. I appreciate it.
Thanks for making the time to be here. We appreciate it.
Sure, absolutely.
So it is the holiday season. People love to go through and look at Christmas lights.
Yeah.
It is amazing what you all do at Pelche Park every year.
Yeah.
How did y'all get started in doing this?
This came to me, I stole this idea from City Park in New Orleans, right? Used to be a drive-through way back when.
That's right.
Used to take my children there and their friends, and I remember one of the first few times we drove through, there was these small little Christmas trees, not lit, very plain, very vanilla, looked elementary. And what it was real trees decorated by real schools and real organizations around City Park. Oh. And the idea came to me. So April Corteau, she's our Rex director, her and I tossed this idea around 2 or 3 years. Finally, we came up with it, probably going on 8 or 9 years now.
Okay.
In the past, there's been 100 artificial trees that people can come in and decorate. And look, the organizations are the Tawassee women's groups, St. Genevieve, second grade, Thibodaux Elementary, kindergarten, those type of schools, those type of organizations, and it's blossomed. This year, with the help of Green Acres Nursery, we're going to have 100 real trees.
Oh, wow.
So we transitioned. We went from the artificial to the real.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
So Dennis Baye at Green Acres has just been a huge supporter of what we do. He's given us Christmas trees. They're coming in. It turns into more than just decorating a tree. It turns into a community event. So what you'll see the last week of November, maybe the first and second day of December, all these organizations, they get together, they bring their groups, they decorate their trees, they have a little event, they have a party. It's just a cherished time for Pelche Park and for our community.
It really is. And it's really great. If those that are listening have never been, it is totally worth the drive to go through there. There's so many different displays, there's so many different lights. And I know even just driving through myself, I mean, you always see families out taking photos. Lots of them have the windows down, they're playing Christmas music, driving through. It's just really so nice to see the community come together in Pelche Park.
And, it's a free event. There's no charge there, right? It's drive-through. You drive at the entrance of Pelche Park. You'll see these 2 toy soldiers. To the right, you'll see a huge display by Green Acres and signage and everything. Okay. And then as you go along, the whole, I think it's probably a little bit more than a mile. There'll be lights in the trees. There'll be a decoration from Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office. There'll be Divinity Home Health. I mean, those people always do a huge event. The Sherry Homes puts on. They'll probably have 20 or 25 scenes. Okay. Still open for the public now. If you out there and you have a club and you want to get involved with it, it's truly, it's fun. And it's a Christmas time event for everybody. It's actually impressive. I'm not going to lie.
It's really
impressive. It's not the huge city park, but you're also not paying $20, $25 to get to it, right?
That's right.
Every night there's something going on under the pavilions. A different club is handing out candy canes. Somebody's singing Christmas carols with Santa Claus on certain nights, handing out hot chocolate as you go through, or just peppermints. It's a community event, and it's fun, and it's one of these, I'm an old soul, it's one of these old time events that's what adds to the culture and the community of Thibodaux. It's really
it does, and a lot of times you lose that in larger cities. You don't have those types of communal sort of events where people can come together and just enjoy the season.
Absolutely.
And really see community shine during the holidays, during that holiday spirit. So, Mayor, I know that the Thibodaux Christmas Parade just happened, and I know that it ends right at Pelche Park. Y'all have a big opening for that. Tell us, how was that? What happened with the big opening at the park?
So once again, that parade is put on by the chamber in the city of Thibodaux. It's truly a remarkable event. Loads of participation. Santa at the end. The parade ended at the entrance of Pelche Park.
Okay.
Once the floats kind of make their way out and Santa gets in his seat, we flip the switch, all the lights come on, and the festivities actually begin. You could go under that pavilion, you could have some peppermints, drink some hot chocolate, take your picture with Santa Claus, and then just enjoy the lights.
Oh, that is amazing. I know the Thibodaux Chamber and I know all their sponsors put a lot of work into that parade every year, and it's only fitting that it ends at Pelche. Y'all light it up and it starts the holiday season, essentially.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sure.
Where can people go to follow along or to learn more about
You can go to the city of Thibodaux. We have our own website there. You can get to any department or aspect of what we do there. For Pelche Park, you could actually go to the recreation department. Parks and Recreation has their own department. Or you can call the office, 985-446-7235 or 985-493-8757. Ask to speak to April or Kristen. They'll help you out. They'll put you in the right avenue of whether you want to be a sponsor. We do have sponsorship levels, minimum cost, or if you want to put a scene out there, or even just grab a free tree. Those trees are free also. So look forward to the entire month of December and the Christmas season.
We certainly do too. Mayor, thank you for taking the time to be on today. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Cody.
You're welcome. And we'll be right back with another segment of the local Lafourche.
You gotta try this. And some of those. Ooh, and definitely that. You won't be disappointed, but just know you can only get it here. Up and down Louisiana's Cajun Bayou in Lafourche Parish. Y'all come visit. We're just 35 miles south of New Orleans. Hungry? Let's eat!
Welcome back. Well, on this segment, we are going to take you down the bayou because small town traditions come to life this weekend in the town of Lockport for the annual Lockport Christmas Parade. The sights and the sounds of the season will be on full display with plenty of decorated floats, lots of marching bands, and of course, Santa himself. Here to tell you more about this year's Lockport Christmas Parade is Mayor of Lockport, Mr. Barry Plaisance. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Cody.
Absolutely, and congratulations on your recent re-election to office as well.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So, Lockport Christmas Parade, if those that are listening have never been, it is an amazing Christmas parade. The way that you're able to engage with it and interact with it and the lights and the sounds, it's amazing. So tell us a little bit about this year's parade.
It's really a special event. It's our 33rd annual.
Okay. Wow.
It's generally a large parade, probably one of the largest in Lafourche Parish or anywhere around. The lights, the sounds, it's really an amazing parade. It's the interaction with the kids.
Yep.
It's a really amazing event. But we do have on December 6th, the day before, we have our tree lighting at the Bayou-side Park.
Okay.
At 5:45. That kind of kicks off the holiday season for us for Christmas. We also have our Grand Marshal party, which is the day before on the 6th as well.
Okay.
But it follows up at 6 o'clock at the Lockport Rec Center. We're going to introduce our Grand Marshal, which is Mr. Ralph and Malvina Sapie, so deserving of being Grand Marshal.
Absolutely.
We also have a scavenger hunt that goes through town starting December 8th through the 14th. And it's through town and Lockport PD. We kind of join forces here to have a scavenger hunt for the kids where people decorate some item on their house and the kids have to go around and find them.
Oh, how cool is that?
So it's a neat event. We've been doing that the last 2 years, and it's been a big hit.
I imagine it has. I know that y'all are always doing something in Lockport. Y'all have a lot of community events, and it really shows, everybody coming together. But y'all really do it big for Christmas. And it's not just the Christmas parade, like you mentioned, on that Saturday. It's also that day before, all of the events that are leading up to it.
Yeah, it's really a good time in the town. It's really a great event. But the parade, we'll have Lockport Middle School band in it, as well as our Trojan Lancer band, which is state champs.
Yeah, they
again.
are. That's great to mention, yes.
They'll be there as well, marching. Those two bands, and roughly around somewhere between 12 and 14 floats is generally what we have, and a lot of other pieces in it. It's only a little bit smaller than a Mardi Gras parade.
Yeah, I was going to say, and it's glad you mentioned that, because I noticed some of the floats, like they changed those floats over and deck them out, I mean, completely for Christmas. And so I've seen some of those floats in Mardi Gras, and then you go to that parade and you're like, oh my gosh, I mean, they really get into it.
There's a lot of effort that goes into it, but people are willing to do it. They volunteer their time and effort. They light them up, and it's really a good thing to see in town.
It really is. It's not your average Christmas parade.
No, it's really not. And the throws vary. I mean, people will throw beads, but you'll have a lot of stuffed animals, a lot of candy. It's just really a good time. But the events that lead up to it, it's really just, it's a really great festive time, of course, in town. But when you get to the rec center on the 6th at 6 o'clock, Santa generally comes in about 6:30, and they have a movie night after. It's a really good event. It's completely free.
Okay.
And there's so many organizations that chip in and help, obviously the town and Lockport PD, but our volunteer fire department, they play a huge role in it. Carnival Club as well. Our KCs, everybody in town basically puts in, but it's a good time.
No, it is. And it's important to note that too, that so many of these local organizations, I mean, it goes right back into supporting the local community and supporting our kids and supporting our families and supporting these organizations. That's why it's so important. I mean, even especially during the holiday season, to shop local and support these local businesses who sponsor all of these types of events. It's very important.
Absolutely. They're at every event.
Yeah.
They're either hosting them or they're helping out another group to put them on.
That's right.
That's what they do.
It takes a lot of volunteers to put on events, and this is no different. It takes a lot of people and a lot of commitment.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we had changed the parade route last year, and it was a real success. So it's going to stay the same as it was last year.
Okay, I was going to ask you about the parade route.
Yeah, it's a little bit longer. It's really only a block longer, but it made a really tight turn go away, and really the same houses get to see it exactly the same. They just get to see it twice.
Yep.
So it worked out well, but it's a good event.
It's definitely a good event. So if you can give us the date and times, like if people want to come set up their chairs, get ready for it, what time do they need to get there?
Yep. All right, so the December 6th, the festivities that really get it started are at 5:45 at the Bayou-Side Park.
Okay.
That's the tree lighting.
Okay.
And then there's one other thing I forgot too also.
Sure.
We've been decorating the park. So we do the tree lighting, but the school groups, our organizations around town, people in town, businesses in town, they can come in and set up their own decoration in the park. And that starts actually in November 25th, and that'll go through December 4th.
Okay.
And then they'll have somebody who judges it, and they'll get a donut party, whoever wins.
Oh, right.
And then the scavenger hunt starts December 8th through the 14th. The Grand Marshal event is December 6th at 6 p.m. That starts at the rec center.
Okay.
And then, of course, followed by the parade on Saturday, December 7th at 5:30. It starts rolling through town.
Man, that's a lot. That's a perfect weekend for everybody to really get out and enjoy the Christmas season.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It's a good time. Thank you.
Mayor, if people want to learn more, where do they need to go?
Yep. So on our Facebook page, the Town Lockport Facebook page,
Okay.
my personal page, the mayor's page,
Okay.
Lockport PD as well. It's going to be everywhere.
All right.
All the information is going to be out, the route, times, everything's going to be put out.
Perfect. Well, Mayor, thanks so much for being here, and we cannot wait for a successful holiday weekend.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And we'll be right back with our final segment of the local Lafourche.
You gotta try this. And some of those. Ooh, and definitely that. You won't be disappointed, but just know you can only get it here. Up and down Louisiana's Cajun Bayou in Lafourche Parish. Y'all come visit. We're just 35 miles south of New Orleans. Hungry? Let's eat!
Welcome back. On our final segment today, we are featuring a place that invites you to come play the Cajun Way this holiday season. Papa Noel's Christmas Village returns to the Bayou Country Children's Museum and will have some really fun activities. It'll be super festive, lots of great ways for you and your family to make some great holiday memories together. Here to tell us more about Papa Noel's Christmas Village is Rebecca Quinn, Executive Director for the Bayou Country Children's Museum. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. So glad to be here.
Absolutely. This event is always so great every year. Yeah. It's just a perfect event that y'all put on there. I always love to see all the families coming together. I know all my friends and everybody who's got kids are always there at it. Yeah. But tell us a little bit about what people can expect at this year's Christmas Village.
Yeah, so we try to change it up every year. And this year we're going to have 2 sessions. So it's on December 21st. The first session is 10 to 12, and the second session is 1 to 3.
Okay.
But of course we'll have Santa and his elves there with a beautiful backdrop for taking photos.
Oh, excellent.
So we're going to have that in addition to an ornament craft. So it'll have like handprint of your child on the ornament. And so we really kind of went all out with the ornament this year. In addition, we'll do these snowman donuts and hot chocolate and some coffee. We need to not forget about the Cajun night before Christmas.
That's right.
And so we'll have our orientation room decorated like a gingerbread house, and we'll have the story time. And then we're going to have the Polar Express train this year. Yeah, for the kids. So, that'll be so fun.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is worth coming and seeing all on its own right there. Oh, that's amazing. So, I was going to say, tell us the dates and times again. Make sure we have those.
Yeah, so Saturday, December 21st, 2 sessions. You can sign up for a 10 to 12 or 1 to 3 p.m. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Cost of admission?
Yeah, $15 a person.
Okay.
We have a member price. It's $12 per person if you get that before the event, and then the day of it goes up to $18.
Beautiful. And I know y'all are always putting on a lot of events. You've got some other great events coming up for the holiday season. So I'm going to highly recommend people just become members, and then you get these great discounts to these wonderful events y'all are doing.
Yeah.
But aside from Papa Noel's Christmas Village, I know y'all, I think, have some winter camps coming up.
Yeah. So whenever the kids are out of school, we have a camp because we know how that goes, and we just want to continue to educate and bring the fun to the kids. So when the kids are out of school in Lafourche Parish, we have our winter break camp. I think we have the first session is on December 23rd, and then the following week after Christmas, we'll have another camp.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think there's one on December 23rd and December 30th,
Right.
and then also going into New Year's. Here's a great way for families to celebrate the New Year's and enjoy the New Year's. Y'all host New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Right. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah,
event.
so that's so fun for the toddlers and the kids who really can't stay up at midnight on New Year's Eve.
Right.
So we were like, let's just do something at noon on New Year's Eve. So we have, of course, all the museum play and crafts and games, and then we do a giant balloon drop from the ceiling.
Oh, awesome.
So the kids love, that's always a big hit. So we'll do that again this year for New Year's Eve.
Excellent. See, that's why everybody needs to become a member. That way you can stay up with these events and y'all can participate.
Yeah, there's so many discounts for all of our events if you become a member. Birthday party discounts, gift shop discounts if you want to buy a present for somebody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. And that's a good point too. If you're shopping for somebody, shopping for the kids this holiday season, y'all have a wonderful gift shop there.
We do. And we boast our Cajun culture. So this is where you want to go find your Nutri-Rat stuffed animal, or your brown pelican, or your alligator jewelry, or we have a lot of Christmas things with the flag for your yard. And then also we always have something small that the kids can get at a minimal price. So
perfect. That's wonderful. And I think are you wearing some
I
of the,
am.
I was going to say, I think you are wearing some of the alligator jewelry today, which is beautiful.
This is Coco the alligator is our mascot. And so I thought it'd be fitting if I put on the alligator bracelet
I think
today.
it's perfect. Makes a great Christmas gift. Absolutely. So aside from the holiday events, I know y'all have a lot of other stuff that's coming up as well. Recently saw some info. Y'all are doing fiddle lessons, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, we are. I'm so excited about that. Yeah. So I wrote for a grant and received some funding, and I'm able to offer free fiddle lessons for kids.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so we'll do that in January, and the world-renowned Waylon Thibodeau will be our instructor. And we just closed up a session about a month ago, and the kids did. He's such a good teacher. You know, he's a wonderful performer. And then I was like, oh, I hope he's good at teaching. And he's so great with the kids, and I was so impressed by him. So he taught some beginner fiddle lessons, and we'll do that again in January. So it's 6 weeks in January 11th, and it goes through February.
Okay.
It's on a Tuesday at 4 to 5.
Okay.
For 6 weeks, and you can sign up at our website, and that went live the other day. So we're able to take a dozen kids.
That's awesome.
In this next
So
session.
spots are limited. Make sure you sign up for that. That's a great opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I have the fiddles, so I was able to purchase the fiddles and all the strings and the
Wonderful.
music
So you don't
stands.
have to provide your own instruments.
No, you
have
can just sign
everything.
up. You know, we want to preserve and promote that part of our heritage.
That's right.
And I just think this is a beautiful way for kids to just get their feet wet.
right.
Like, let's just try it out, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of investing in lessons and an instrument, you could just do this for 6 weeks and see if they really catch on to
That's
it.
right.
So.
And training our next generation of Cajun musicians.
Yeah,
that's what
that's
we
it.
love. So if anybody wants to purchase tickets, of course, for Papa Noel's, any of
Mm-hmm.
the other events, or sign up for these wonderful fiddle lessons, where can they go and do that?
You want to go to bccm.info.
.info.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, follow along on your social media channels as well, because y'all are always posting really fun
Yeah.
TikToks and videos and posts. It's
Yeah.
great to always see the fun that y'all are
Yeah.
having at the Bayou Country Children's
Yeah.
Museum. So, Rebecca, thank you so much for coming on today, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank
Thanks
you
so much.
Absolutely. And that is a wrap for today's show. Before we go, we encourage you to visit us at lacajunbayou.com or follow along on our social media channels at LA Cajun Bayou. And from all of us at Louisiana's Cajun Bayou Tourism, we would like to wish you and your families a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. We look forward to seeing you right back here in 2025 for all new episodes of The Local Lafourche.